Today's song suggestion is Take Me by Perfume. And you know what's great about being a tiny YouTuber? Is I can make pointless videos like this and no one complains because no one watches. I just wanted to make a video because I have really bad anxiety lately. I actually spent 3 days in a psych ward. So I want something to do, so why not make a video talking about girl groups and the merch that I've collected over the years. I first got into girly pop music about 12 years ago. Would you like to know what my favourite band was before? My favourite band in the whole world was White House. White House as in a like you, wriggle like a f***ing eel. Noise music. I know White House isn't really considered noise music, but my point is, that's what music was to me. It was just this thing that you turn to when you're kinda miserable and just wanna wallow in that misery a little bit. Well, one day by chance I came across the Japanese pop idol industry, and it was like a revelation to me. Music that is actually uplifting and doesn't make me want to kill myself. Well, that's different. And so I was immediately hooked. I immediately did a 180 on my music taste and became a little bit obsessed at times. So I just want to have a look at some of the merch that I've collected. I used to have a lot more, but I sold most of it. I don't usually buy CDs. I typically buy the music digitally. But for whatever reason, I do have 3 copies of Kylie Minogue's best record, and I have 3 copies of the first Britney Spears record. I have All Saints, Pure Shores, one of my favourite pop songs. And I finally got around to watching the movie, The Beach, that the song was made for. The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tilda Swinton. Shockingly decent movie for being a movie that everyone seems to hate. I just got the 20th anniversary reissues of Girls Aloud, Chemistry and Tangled Up. And while I don't usually buy CDs, I do buy the CDs of the group 1-5 because they're my favourite group at the moment. And Amuse, the agency, does this thing that I'm not a big fan of. Maybe other agencies do this as well, I'm not sure. But they'll release 2 versions of a new album. There's the regular edition, just the CD, and the deluxe version, which has the Blu-ray with extra content on the Blu-ray. But the regular edition CDs will sometimes have bonus tracks on them. So the definitive version of a new album that comes out is actually to buy 2 different copies. Not that I wouldn't buy multiple copies of things anyway. Buying merch is just a way to support the careers of the girls that I like. It's not really about owning the things. I mean, I have all these books, all these photo books that are still factory sealed that I never looked at. I have the first Juice photo book that's still factory sealed. I have a couple of Sakura Gakuin's graduation books that are sealed. Speaking of SG, I have a couple of their flags, a couple of these pins, a couple more photo books. It's been like 6 years. I'm still kinda depressed that SG ended, because it was like this golden goose that Amuse was sitting on, where it's like you could potentially produce endless idols and models and actresses all out of this one project, and it was great, and it ended sadly. Luckily we got 1.5 out of it. I have some magazines here with groups that I don't actually recognise any. Oh, there we are. That's why I bought it. It's a Sakura Gakuin thing. I had Sugababes' first record, the re-release. I gave the record away as a gift, but I kept this photo that it came with. I also sold the CD it came with, which was signed. I've never really cared about signatures. They don't really mean much to me. But I do have Ayaka Miyoshi's signature, one of the earlier Sakura Gakuin graduates. I think I used to have quite a lot of merch of hers, like magazines and things. And when it first came out that she was dating someone, I think the first time it was a male model that she worked with or something, I immediately sold all of the merch that I had of hers. But for whatever reason I kept this, I guess because it's signed. 1.5 released these trading cards, which I got a few of. There's some unspecified small chance of getting signed cards when you buy these. I didn't get any, but again, signatures never really meant much to me. I ended up with a photo of this group, and I have no idea who this group is, if someone can tell me. Somehow I ended up with a photo of them. I don't know if that's one of those Hello Project groups, I'm not sure. I have 3 copies of Atomic Kitten on vinyl. They're one of my favourite Western groups. There's a reason I have 3 copies of certain things. Just trust me, there's a reason for having multiple copies. I have 2 copies of Britney Spears 3 single on vinyl. And this is pink vinyl. This is kind of a gross song. It's not one of Max Martin's best songs. But this record was discounted, so I bought 2 copies. So I had a look at what posters I have. So I don't really put posters up, I just keep them in a closet. But I do have a perfume poster. I sold all of my perfume stuff though. Not that there's anything wrong with perfume, I still love perfume. But I'd collected a lot of their merch, and I sold it so I could buy more merch. But I was looking at my posters, and I saw I had this one, and I have zero memory of what this is, what this group is. I mean, it's clearly a Sakura Gakuin sub-project called Chow Smiles, and I just was like, I have no memory of buying this particular thing. And I just looked them up online, and it looks like they were another one of these mismanaged projects, I guess. It looks like they released 2 singles and that's it. And that happens sometimes. I have Soyo's acrylic stand, my favourite member of 1.5. I'm really hoping and praying that 1.5 keep on going and keep getting bigger. I would hate to see them disband like we saw with Amefurashi and some others. I just went online to look for merchandise for the group Girls Girls, and they only sell to Japan. That's one sort of frustrating thing with the J-pop idol industry, is this national focus and this sort of hesitancy that they sometimes have around foreigners. It's like, I just want to give you money and buy the merch, and I can't get it delivered here to New Zealand. Oh well. Being stuck in New Zealand, the only way to support my favourite groups really is to just buy merchandise. I can't go to the shows. I can't go to the concerts. That's a shame.